Hello, welcome back again at Petra's Speaking Sparks. This is the 7th day of the week, so today it is time for a little speech. This one I call Perfume. I vividly remember when my family and I took a trip by boat from the Netherlands to Scotland. And on this boat, you had this tax-free shop, which obviously I wanted to visit because you never know what you'll find there, right? And there she was, this beautiful bottle with an even more beautiful name called Humanity. Humanity by Thierry Mugler. And I thought, I need to have it, right? So I put some perfume on my wrist and I smelled it. I was like, oh, this is horrible. This smells awful. I don't know whether you know anything about perfumes, but they're made of different notes, how you call it. So you have this top note, and that's the smell you smell at first, right? It's when you spray it on, it's like, ooh, and it's very quickly, it's going away again. Then you have the middle notes that stay a bit longer, about an hour or so. And then after that, you have the base notes. So that's really the basis of the smell, of the odor of the perfume. So, okay, I put the bottle aside. I thought, this is not for me. And we went on doing other stuff on that ship. And then after about, I guess, 1-2 hours or so, I smelled again. And I thought, oh, this actually turned out pretty nice. Because perfume needs to mix with your own skin, right? And we went back and got it. But that's not the point of the story. The point is that this really reminded me of one of the women I had in one of my coaching courses. Let's call her Susan. It's not her real name, obviously, but that make it easier for you to follow along. So the first time I saw Susan, the first time she came in on one of my courses, I was like, okay, let's see what this is going to be. Her hair wasn't taken care of. She had this very wide sweater, no form at all in her body. And well, I don't think if I wouldn't encounter her on the street that I would pay any attention to her. During the course, I became to get to know her. I got to know her story. And as it turned out, Susan is the youngest of 7 children. And when she was a baby, the whole family moved to New Zealand. So from the Netherlands to the other side of the world, to New Zealand. And I don't know really all the ins and outs, and it's not important, but foster care came into their home and everybody was taken away from the parents. Susan at the time was still a toddler, and she was sent away to a farm on the inlands of New Zealand, all by herself. No other siblings around her. She grew up in the Netherlands. Now she was in New Zealand, a totally different language. No familiar faces around her. She was there all alone on that farm. And she had to work. She didn't go to school. She just had to tend for the cattle, do chores in the house, and yeah, that's it. After a couple of years, the kids were back together with their parents, and they moved back to the Netherlands. And there she was again, not speaking any Dutch because she didn't grow up here, not knowing anyone around her except her own family, obviously. So she did have to go to school, but she couldn't get along there. And it didn't take long that she went off, she was about 16, I guess, with the wrong friends, as we call it. And with them, she wandered off and went to Morocco. After 1 or 2 weeks, she got lost. She didn't know where her friends were. And again, she was there all alone, not speaking the language, not knowing how to survive. So she survived by stealing, begging, stuff like that. And they caught her. She was sent to jail. She had no passport, so she couldn't identify her either. She was brought back to the Netherlands, thank God for her. And there she was again, 18 years old, not having a proper education, and she didn't know what to do. She ended up being pregnant, and that was a turning point for her. She was like, I don't care what's going to happen, but for this baby, I need to change things. And that's what she did. She did personal development courses. That's also how she wound up being in my coaching course, obviously. And it ended up for her starting her own company. I have so much admiration for the power that that woman has. How she turned her own life around and made something out of her life. And it's just like that perfume. You can smell it at the first time or see someone at the first time and think like, oh, I don't know what this is. But after a while, there can be amazing results.